Hi guys, Deliamold here with another game video where today it's been a while, I know, but welcome back to Carpe Diem Reboot. Oh boy. So, since last time we played this, obviously we had the whole start of my whole hiatus thing. Not intentional, but it happened. I apologize. Trying to get back on track. You know, with the whole daily uploads. But today, at least, we have this. So, without further ado, let's just get back into the day that just wouldn't end last time.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
And without further ado, here we are, back at the school campus with a yes, oh yes from me. Let's continue. I nod with passion. Anything is enjoyable more than people. Okay, fantastic start. We're already seeing my character once again, being himself. Finally, someone who speaks my language.
Hey, speaking of which, you're super good at painting.
Alright,
Do you do
makes
anything
sense.
besides landscapes and stuff?
Not really. Nature is mysterious and beautiful.
Accurate, I agree, honestly.
That being said, looking at landscapes is often relaxing and fun. At the same time, you can find traces of gloom or depression. The beauty with landscapes is that you don't even really need words to describe them. You just feel it.
Yeah.
A slight change in the color can alter the mood of a piece almost entirely.
Yes.
Everything is just so delicate and fragile with them.
Isn't this kid supposed to be quiet? How can one person love Wait. Yeah, that's literally what it says. How can one person love nature? For a moment there, I thought I was reading it wrong.
This city has a lot of spots to... Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I started
we're back.
acting without thinking. I apologize.
Hey, not a problem at all, buddy. Young and I love listening to your nature talk.
Yeah, it's not always a bad thing to share your interests with others.
Thank you.
Oh, I know she just said it, but I'm Young. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, June. You too,
Jung. Nah, I prefer Young. Sounds better to me.
You two seem really close.
Well, very observant.
Totally are. We've been together since birth.
Well, at least you. I can't say the same for myself.
We also just been upgraded to lovers.
It's a bit more complicated than that, to be honest.
Hush, just agree.
Oh, come on! We're not allowed to
This
provide
may be
input.
the first time I've envied a human relationship.
Human X robot, that is.
Well, now that we're all friends, we can all be super close.
That's good to know. I've had friends before, but never
Okay,
really
then.
close ones. They weren't exactly the type of people I would hang out with or share secrets with or whatever. Those things never mattered to me until recently. I guess I'll be in your care from now on then.
I look deep in thought while Ugukasu is speaking. It's almost kind of creepy. Her eyes are fixated on him. Yeah, but they look dead? She flinches when Ugukasu... I cannot... Why? Why is your name hard to say? Bows.
Oh yeah, totally. We'll be the best of friends.
I'm glad to hear that.
Alrighty then.
Well then, I suppose I will excuse myself for now. I have a class to get to.
That's fair.
Oh man, you're leaving already? I wanted to paint with you.
Aw.
Sorry again. Next time we see each other, I'll prepare canvases so we can all paint together.
Aw.
Sounds good. I hope to see you again soon.
Same to you.
And there's that. Ugukasu puts his tools in a bag and grabs canvases as he leaves. Either A, there's English mistakes, or B, I'm just bad at reading today. After waving goodbye, I sits down on the stone that's been converted into a bench. She still seems deep in thought, and I don't really want to disturb her. Instead, I sit beside her and wait for her to say or do something.
Hey, Young,
What's up?
I really like Yume.
Okay. We know. Okay. My exact reaction. See, this man mirrors me. Are you now just realizing that... Okay, we're going there. Or have you known this for a while?
I'm not a lesbian.
Okay, just straight up said it. Why not?
I mean, I really like her as a person. And I really want to be friends with her.
You've already established that, in case you weren't aware.
I know, but I really want to be closer with her.
So, that word.
Stop it. I'm thinking of telling her who I really am.
Oh. Okay, now I see.
What I really am.
What? Why on earth would you do that?
You know, I really thought I knew you more than anyone else did. We've lived together for a while
I was about to say,
now,
are you
and,
gonna continue?
well, I just thought I knew everything about you.
Yeah, I
But then
guess.
you started talking about your past, and, well, I realized I know nothing at all.
That's fair.
It's like we're not even close to each other.
No, don't say that.
It sounds silly, but stuff like that really upsets me. It's like you don't trust me.
No.
I understood what Ugo Kasu said about friends sharing secrets. But then it got me thinking that I'm doing the same thing to Yume. How can we really be friends when I'm keeping her in the dark about what I am?
That's tough.
It's like I haven't even been putting in the effort to trust her. That's why I've decided to tell her everything.
I guess that's fair. It's her decision. Calm down. You can't go around telling people you're a robot, even if it is Yume. You need to understand the weight of your existence. Who knows what kind of chaos would break out if people knew you existed? It would be the singularity. You could be stolen, researched, dissected, destroyed. You'd be a slave to science, and I don't know what happened. What would happen? Besides, this is my secret as well. You have to think about what this could do to me.
Young,
I know you understand the potential consequences. You, of all people, should be thinking about this logically.
and you, of all people, should know that emotions can't be solved with just logic alone. I want you to understand how I feel.
I let out a sigh. Listen, how important do you think it is to share secrets with friends? If you ask me, I'd say it's not really important at all. Everyone has secrets. I'm sure even Ugu Kasu has some. The fact is, no one out there will ever truly understand you, who you are, except you. In my opinion, the most important aspect of having friends is how you treat them or spend your time with them or whatever. You and Yume can be the best of friends without her ever knowing your secret. No, our secret. Sometimes keeping things hidden is for the best.
Even so, I want to tell her, Young. Please? Just her.
Sounding as if she's broken, Ai reaches out and touches my arm. She's begging. I shouldn't have authority over her at all, should I? At this point, it feels like I'm being selfish. Who am I to tell someone what they can and cannot do? I don't understand how Ai feels. I probably never will either. But if she really wants to tell Yume the truth, then fine. But you have to promise me that Yume will be the only person to ever know about this. I'm making an exception for her.
Yes, I promise. No one else will ever know. Thank you, Young. I love you.
Her face brightens up and the tears subside. Even if I did say no, she would have just kept pestering me until I changed my mind. Still, I'm glad she came to me about this first and didn't just blurt it out. I pulls out her phone. I still can't shake the possibility that this could go horribly wrong, but I guess we'll have to deal with that, and when it happens, come my way.
I'm going to tell Yume that we'll wait for her here.
I probably butchered that whole sentence. Okay then, I think I should apologize to you, Ai. It's true that I never told you my entire past and everything, but I didn't think you... Okay. Didn't want to make you think that the... Oh my goodness, can I read? Any less of me as a friend. Honestly, you're still closer to me than anyone else out there. Thank you. I just didn't think my past was relevant anymore. I wasn't hiding it from you or anything.
It's okay. I understand. But if you're really actually super sorry about it, you're going to have to tell me everything.
Should I tell her? Oh, come on, dude. You just said you would, yes! And I'm already regretting my decision. Fine. This is everything I can think of. I was born in my father's hometown in the West. Both my parents were engineers, and I grew up learning a lot about their field of work, even helping them sometimes. Lily and I met in high school around the same time when my father passed away. Well, that was fast. She forced me to join the school club she started, saying she wanted to save the school and that she needed me for that. She's always been a weird person, but every day with her was fun. We've been together since until the incident with her brother, which I've already told you about. When I had no place to go, I decided to come live here, my mother's hometown, and so here I am. That's about it, I guess.
That's quite the story. But I think I expected something a little more intense.
That's fair. Well, sorry to disappoint. So what happened to making friends and filling up your contact list?
I think I'm gonna save that for later. I still need to mentally prepare for when Yume gets here.
That's reasonable. And now it's the evening out of nowhere. The sky's already been dyed orange by the encroaching sunset. I didn't expect Yume's appointment to take this long, but I is determined to wait for her no matter what. On the bright side, this gives her a little more time to think about how she's going to approach the situation altogether. There's the word. I read together. I'm an idiot.
Hey guys, sorry it took so long.
Yume.
Hey, Yume! Don't sweat it.
So, what was it you wanted to talk to me about?
Yeah.
And here we go. I looks at me as if she's trying to ask for my permission again. I simply stare back at her. This is something she needs to do on her own.
There's something I need to apologize for. We have been keeping a secret from you.
What's with the serious atmosphere all of a sudden?
I'm not actually a human.
And we're going to aliens. You gotta be more specific than that. You're gonna make her think you're an alien.
What are you talking about? If you're not human, what are you?
I looks down and keeps quiet. I guess she's hoping that Yume figures it out so she doesn't have to spell it out for her. Yeah, that makes sense. Of course, Yume isn't actually going to gracefully accept this, though. Who would? I'm able to prevent myself from butting in, but just barely. It's better this way. After a minute or two goes by, I finally speaks.
You see, I have the body of a human, but my brain is electronic.
So, you're a robot?
I looks up to see Yume's reaction, which can be described with no word other than dumbfounded.
Body of a human as in anatomically correct? Blood, bones, tissues, everything?
I nods. Yume looks at me as if to confirm if I is telling the truth. Now that I think about it, I don't really know how I's physical body works at all. There's actually real blood and tissue in there? I'm torn away from my thoughts when I notice that Yume is still staring at me instead of I.
You know, making a robot capable of passing the Turing test would already be more than enough to amaze me. But creating a functional human body from scratch? That's just crazy.
Oh,
but not
no,
like
she thinks
bad
I did it.
crazy.
No,
The good
that
kind
was
of
her.
crazy. I mean, I never thought I'd live to see the singularity. I knew the current technological state of the world was advancing, but I didn't know we were anywhere close to uncovering something like this.
Let's clear up a certain misunderstanding first. I wasn't the one who created her body. She was.
What? How?
To be specific, I created an unsupervised learning program to aid me finishing various work projects. That program ultimately transformed into I that would communicate and function on its own the way a real person would. The source code was all I did, everything else was done by her.
I can't even think of a word to describe how I feel right now. It does make sense, though. No matter how proficient a coder you are, no one in this day and age could have possibly created something of this caliber.
That is accurate.
It only makes sense that a computer itself was able to manage it. But still, Young, you laid down the building blocks for all of this. You never cease to amaze me.
So, do you think we can still be friends?
Aww. So emotional. Ai's eyes, which had become glossy with a hint of fresh tears, locked onto Yume's. They both seemed to be at a loss for words. That is, until Yume smiles and places a hand on Ai's hand in her own. Yeah, I'm reading correctly, I think.
What made you think we wouldn't be friends anymore? It's not like I would get mad or upset about something like that. I mean, yeah, it's crazy, but if anything, I'm just happy that you were able to share it with me. What you are, wires or not, has nothing to do with our friendship.
I can only imagine how ecstatic I must feel right now. She smiles and pushes herself into Yume, giving her a hug so tight that it's likely surpassing typical human strength limits. They stay like this for a good 5 minutes before I start to worry that I may have actually suffocated Yume to death. Not a single word has been uttered during this embrace. Instead, the two seem to be communicating telepathically. Okay. Normally I'd say something like this was impossible, but I don't think I'm actually able to say that after everything that's happened this month. The longer they hold on to each other, the more they seem to understand one another. I'm glad everything went well. Yume is surprisingly adaptable when it comes to stuff like this. Anyone else would have called the police or something. I guess this is to be expected from a technophile. We should probably head home now. It's getting kinda dark, and we still have to walk a long way.
Jeez, can't you see we're having a moment here?
Come on!
That's right, Young. Can't you read the atmosphere?
But you guys have been hugging for like 10 minutes! Before I know it, Yume and I are both poking fun at me. Friendship is scary.
Anyway, Young is probably right. I'm sure you two need some rest. It's been a long day.
Accurate.
Tell me about it.
Shopping with girls is exhausting. Yume stays with us for... as we begin our way back home. There we go.
Your body is so well made, I never would have guessed that you weren't a real human.
Oh yeah? You think so?
Yeah. Even after what you've told me, you still seem more like a human than a robot to me.
See, Young, even she agrees.
I refuse to comment on anything pertaining to your body for the rest of the night.
Huh? What do I agree with?
That I is a die-hard human wannabe.
No, I'm not. You just won't stop calling me a robot when clearly I'm not. Right, Yume?
Yeah, you're a terrible boyfriend, Young.
Stop! Okay, so since the cat is out of the bag about I being a robot, can I make something else clear? We're not actually dating.
Really? Why not?
I don't have a counter to that. Well, first of all, she's not Bruh. No. Stop. What's even worse is that I'm the one who created her. I'm like, okay, that's valid. That's valid.
But didn't you say she made herself? I don't think that counts.
Yeah, but then that would mean that she's her own father, and that would be even weirder. This girl. I'm starting to believe that I'm dealing with two robots instead of one. Yume pulls Ai toward her and gives her another hug that hopefully lasts less than 10 minutes this time.
How could you not be dating this girl? She's so adorable and funny and smart. What else could a guy ask for?
Stop making points.
I would totally marry her like right now.
No. Did she pay you to say that?
Yume, I knew you would understand. Why don't we leave Young and me together instead?
Yes! I knew it!
Knew what?
Young thinks I'm a lesbian.
No. Stop saying it, please. You two, please, have mercy!
You never know until you try.
Get a room, you two! Strangely enough, these two seem like they've known each other for years. They definitely have similar personalities, and on top of that, they're both tech geek code monkeys. Regardless, they both seem happy, and I'm happy for them.
So if I isn't your ideal girl, who is? Tell us about your ex.
Oh god. They both stare at me intently. I would be lying if I say I didn't kind of like I. Okay, that's fair. At least you're honest a bit, and not just saying randomness that is not technically accurate. You're just... Let's keep going. She has all the qualities and look of a girl. In fact, she's pretty much like Lily. Pushy, impulsive, troublesome, rude, cheerful, caring, fun. There's not a single boring moment when I'm with her. It's like Yume said, she's basically the perfect girl, but I think that's exactly what's making me so skeptical about seeing her as a real girl and not a robot. She was human, to say the least.
He really doesn't get it. Let's leave him and be together, I.
Stop, YouTube,
You're so much
please
more fun than him
stop.
anyway, Yume.
YouTube's going to destroy me. You're so... Oh, yeah, this is something she just said. I don't need to repeat her. This whole not a that word thing is getting increasingly harder to believe.
But still, I've gotta say, you really did a great job making that body, I.
Of course. Don't underestimate my skills in humancraft.
Humancraft! Now I'm just thinking of Minecraft. And I don't know what that would pertain to be. Humancraft. Lily. Humancraft. Is that even a thing?
But if you don't mind me asking, why did you choose a human body? As impressive as it is, the capabilities of a human body are quite limited. You could have achieved more if you made your body out of more advanced materials.
As I said, I stays quiet. Both Yume and I know the answer is simply that I wants to be human. Exactly. As in his words, not mine, I would... But there's no real other way to say it. So, for the sake of it, human wannabe. There you go. I don't understand why or why they blended together in my head. Or any intelligent being, for that matter, would choose the type of body with so many imperfections. There's so many better things she could have done. Maybe it's the thumbs? The long walk home passes by very quickly. I always thought I liked walking home more with others, but this has actually been pretty fun. After several conversations with no relevancy to anything whatsoever, we reach Yume's place. I gently pushes her toward the door before Yume is able to say her goodbyes.
See you tomorrow, Young. I'm spending the night with my beloved Yume.
Oh, okay, where did that come from? You're kidding, right? You don't ever have a change with clothes on you. And when did you even decide this?
Doesn't matter. I'll borrow some of Yume's clothes.
Oh my goodness. Plan! You can't just crash in someone's house whenever you feel like it, let alone their clothes. Yume laughs.
She can stay with me, it's no problem. I'm sure I have a few things that fit I.
You're really okay with it?
Yeah. Plus, I haven't had a friend stay over since kindergarten, so this is kind of exciting.
Well, if you say so.
Yay! See you. Good night, Young.
You better not cause any trouble.
You really are like her father.
Stop, no. See? I'm going to leave her in your care, but if she does anything crazy, just shoot me a text and I'll drag her home.
What would I even do that you would consider crazy?
That's a fair point.
Roger, do you want to come inside and eat something before you leave?
As much as I would love to, I think I'll head straight home tonight. I'm exhausted.
Suit yourself.
I wave goodbye to Ai and Yume as they enter the bakery. This might be the first time I've ever let an opportunity for pastries pass, but I'm not really feeling it right now. I decided it's best to just get some sleep as soon as possible in case I can get dragged out of my room again tomorrow. I arrive at the apartment and plop down in my bed. Even though it's only been a few days since I came to life, it seems like it's been years since my room was quiet. Yeah, it's a little lonely, but it's peaceful. I like this. Plus, I can finally get a good night's sleep. Just as I close my eyes, my phone rings. And it's I, sending me a picture of them in Yume's room. Yes, very nice. I close my eyes again. Another picture message. Oh good, now they're eating food. Please just let me sleep. And yet another picture from I. This one has a caption, we're about to watch a movie. Cool. Are you seriously going to do this every 5 seconds for the rest of the night? I turn off my phone before this goes any further and eventually drift off to sleep. Finally. And now for the only editing I really do with these at this point. Or not. This is not what I expected. An old image flashes into my mind. Unclear yet nostalgic. It's back when I was still with Lily. I can't remember when or where, or even what's happening, but it was definitely one of the best times we had together. You don't remember it, and it's one of the best times you had with her. Okay. I wake up in the middle of the night. My cheeks are wet. Was I crying? These thoughts, which I figured were buried. What does that even mean? Buried deep in the back of my mind, were finding their way back. I've seen this dream many times since I left Lily, but this is the first time it's ever hit me hard enough to make me cry. Maybe it's because of what Yume said earlier about me being too scared to face the reality of things. Being too scared to face Lily. I know what I did was wrong, but I did it to save her. It's not like I wanted things to end that way. Maybe she felt the same. Just when I was finally about to get a good night's sleep. I got out of bed and turned my computer arm. That makes sense. I was using them, so I guess that works. I assume she's still using the same system we programmed together. I begin writing her the first message I've sent out in a very, very long time. Dear Lily, how are you doing? It's been a while. I hope everything's okay. I know you probably hate me for what I've done, but I figure it's time to straighten things out between us and maybe even catch up a bit with each other. It's probably pretentious of me to say this, but I'm as devastated as you about what happened back then. However, this isn't me apologizing for what did happen. Everything I did back then, I did it for you. I did it for everyone. I still stand my decision and firmly believe I did the right thing. There's just one thing I want to apologize for, though, and that's taking so dang long to talk to you about this. I don't expect you to understand where I'm coming from, but I really hope you do. I'm not expecting a reply back, but I really do want to come to terms with you on this. At the very least, I want us to stay friends. Love, Young. Well, that's that. Maybe I can be able to get some sleep now. I fall face first into my bed. I really hope she replies. Slow fade to black, please. Am I right this time? Yes. There it is. The glorious reboot. Okay. I'm going to have a quick look on seeing where this episode is. If it's a good way through, then I'm going to conclude it. But otherwise, then yeah. So let's find out. After holding down the button, I can finally let go. And as I thought, we're at a good end point. This is a good place to leave it. I like it. So yeah, that one would have been an hour-long episode by the end. Now you see why I left it there, right? Anyways, Thank you guys for watching the Daily Emerald. If you enjoyed this episode of Carpe Diem Reboot, don't forget to like, subscribe, and the little bell button, all the good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. This was fun.